Have you ever wondered why some days your legs feel unusually heavy, your joints ache more than usual, or your body feels inflamed, even though you ate something as simple and healthy as eggs and fruit? It's a question that many seniors quietly ask themselves. Eggs are often seen as a healthy source of protein, and fruits are praised for their vitamins. But combining certain fruits with eggs can silently trigger inflammation, leg pain, bloating, and fatigue, especially in those over 60. At this stage in life, your digestive system becomes more sensitive. Your body no longer breaks down food the way it used to. And while food may have been harmless years ago, now it can have serious consequences when paired the wrong way. Today, we're going to explore 7 specific fruits that should never be eaten with eggs, and why avoiding these combinations could be one of the most important steps you take for your health. Before we dive in, if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you hit that button and turn on the bell so you never miss another health tip made just for you. If you enjoy this video, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 to let me know how I can make better content for you. 1. Oranges. Oranges have long been a symbol of vitality, bright, juicy, and full of vitamin C. For many seniors, a glass of orange juice with breakfast feels like a healthy tradition. But what most don't realize is that this seemingly innocent fruit can quietly work against your body, especially when combined with eggs. As we age, our digestive strength weakens. The stomach produces less acid, and food takes longer to break down. When you eat eggs, which are high in protein and fat, alongside a highly acidic fruit like oranges, your body struggles to process both at the same time. Instead of smoothly digesting, the mixture lingers in your gut, creating an environment ripe for fermentation, gas, and inflammation. For seniors already facing conditions like arthritis, joint sensitivity, or poor circulation, this slow, toxic reaction can quietly increase the discomfort. What starts as a healthy breakfast ends up being the cause of swelling in the knees, heaviness in the legs, or a general feeling of fatigue that follows you all day. It's not just about the bloating or the stomach cramps. It's about how this invisible inflammation reaches deep into your joints, muscles, and bloodstream, making everything feel just a little bit harder. What's most alarming is that the effects don't appear right away. You might not feel anything at the table, but by the afternoon, you're wondering why your knees are tight, your ankles are swollen, or your energy has disappeared. For seniors, these small changes accumulate. What we eat either builds us up or slowly tears us down. If you've been unknowingly combining eggs and oranges, it may be time to rethink your breakfast habits, but oranges aren't the only fruit that can turn against your body when paired with eggs. In fact, the next one might surprise you. It's soft, sweet, and found in nearly every senior's kitchen. If you're still watching and finding these insights helpful, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're with me. Now let's move on to point number 2. 2. Bananas. At first glance, bananas seem like the perfect companion to a simple breakfast. Soft, sweet, easy to chew, and full of potassium. For many older adults, a banana sliced on the side of scrambled eggs feels comforting, familiar, even nourishing. But beneath that familiar comfort lies a surprising risk, one that can quietly upset your body's delicate internal balance, especially in your later years. As we age, the body becomes more sensitive to even small shifts in nutrition. Bananas are naturally high in potassium and natural sugars, and while that can be beneficial in moderation, combining them with eggs, a food rich in protein and fat, can create an unexpected strain on the digestive system and kidneys. For seniors, this combination can throw off the body's sodium-potassium balance, making it harder for muscles to contract and relax properly. The result? leg cramps, nighttime discomfort, sudden muscle spasms, or a lingering heaviness in the lower limbs, especially noticeable when getting out of bed or standing for long periods. Even more concerning is how the sugars in bananas, when digested alongside protein, ferment quickly. This fermentation leads to excess gas, bloating, and inflammation in the gut. And when the gut becomes inflamed, the rest of the body follows. Joints become more sensitive, mobility declines, and energy dips. These symptoms are subtle at first, easily blamed on aging, but they are often signs that your body is reacting to the food you thought was safe. So the next time you reach for that banana to pair with eggs, pause and ask yourself, is it really worth the quiet toll it might be taking on your comfort and energy? And just when you think you've spotted the obvious culprits, there's one tropical fruit that many believe is cleansing. Yet when eaten with eggs, it can be one of the most irritating combinations for your gut and joints. Let's uncover that next. 3. Pineapple. Pineapple, me, golden, juicy, and bursting with tropical sweetness, often feels like a gift from nature. It's the kind of fruit that feels refreshing, especially for seniors trying to eat clean, stay regular, or simply enjoy something bright in their diet. But what most don't realize is that pineapple, when paired with eggs, may quietly work against the very wellness you're trying to preserve. Pineapple contains a powerful enzyme called bromelain, known for its anti-inflammatory effects when taken on its own. But the story changes when bromelain interacts with the dense proteins in eggs. For older digestive systems, already slower and more delicate, this combination can disrupt the natural flow of digestion. Instead of soothing the stomach, it can irritate the lining, leading to discomfort, acid imbalance, and in some cases, even inflammation that radiates into the joints and legs. Many seniors complain of a mysterious burning in the belly after breakfast or a stiffness in the knees that comes out of nowhere. Few suspect that the very fruit they believed was helping them might be contributing to their discomfort. The sugar acid protein clash between pineapple and eggs creates internal stress, a biochemical conflict that sends ripples through the digestive tract and into the bloodstream. And for those already dealing with arthritis, gout, or chronic inflammation, this stress adds fuel to the fire. Worse still, the effects aren't immediate. You may eat this combination and feel fine until later in the day when your legs feel swollen, your joints begin to ache, or your energy drops without warning. The connection is subtle, but real. If you're seeking clarity, balance, and freedom from nagging aches, avoiding this food pairing is a quiet but powerful shift. And yet, pineapple isn't the only sweet fruit hiding a secret. There's one small, seemingly harmless snack that's beloved in fruit bowls, but it may be stirring up a storm in your gut and joints. Let's explore that next. If you're still watching and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're here. Now let's keep going with point number 4. 4. Grapes. There's something timeless about grapes. Whether you're enjoying a quiet afternoon snack or adding a few to your breakfast plate, they feel light, refreshing, and harmless. For many seniors, grapes bring back memories of family picnics, home packed lunches, or sweet moments of simplicity. But beneath that gentle sweetness lies a complexity that doesn't pair well with certain foods, especially eggs. Grapes are high in natural sugars, and their skin contains compounds that ferment quickly inside the gut. When eaten alone, your body can often manage this process. But when grapes are consumed alongside eggs, a protein rich, slow digesting food, the digestive system becomes overwhelmed. For an aging body, this challenge can be too much, Instead of breaking down the meal efficiently, your system struggles and fermentation begins. This internal fermentation leads to gas, bloating, and inflammation, setting off reactions that extend far beyond your stomach. You might not notice anything right away, but hours later, you may find yourself feeling bloated, with pressure in your lower abdomen, or even unexplained pain in the legs and joints. Many older adults brush it off, believing it's just part of aging. But what if it's not? What if that swelling in your knees or that fatigue in your calves is your body's way of sounding the alarm, gently warning you that something in your diet isn't right? The sweetness of grapes masks their disruptive power when paired with eggs. And for those already facing poor circulation or mobility issues, this kind of inflammatory reaction can quietly steal your comfort and energy day by day. If your mornings start with grapes and eggs, it may be time to separate the two and give your body the peace it's asking for. Still, there's another fruit many seniors believe is a superfood, soft, vibrant, and exotic, yet it may be one of the most dangerous pairings for those struggling with joint pain. Let's turn to that now. 5. Mango. Mango, soft, golden, and rich with tropical sweetness, is often seen as a symbol of nourishment and vitality. For many seniors, it's more than just fruit. It's a small indulgence that brings comfort, memories of travel, family gatherings, or simple joy. But as comforting as mango may feel, especially in the quiet routines of aging, it can become a hidden disruptor when paired with something as common as eggs. What makes mango so dangerous in this context isn't its flavor, but its exceptionally high fructose content. Mangoes are packed with fruit sugars that absorb quickly into the bloodstream. When they're eaten alone, the body can usually regulate that sugar spike. But when combined with eggs, a heavy protein-dense food, the digestive system becomes confused. It slows down, struggles to prioritize the breakdown of sugar versus protein, and in the process creates internal chaos. That chaos shows up in the form of gut inflammation, unstable blood sugar levels, and systemic fatigue, symptoms that are far more dangerous for older adults. Many seniors already live with prediabetes, insulin resistance, or circulatory issues. Pairing mango with eggs might not seem harmful in the moment, but it quietly feeds the conditions that worsen those underlying issues. You may notice a crash in energy just an hour or two after eating, or an unexplained soreness in your legs and feet. For those already battling arthritis or neuropathy, this combination can deepen the discomfort, slow recovery, and quietly drain the strength you've worked so hard to maintain. Eating mango with eggs is not just a poor choice. It's a choice that could be working against your efforts to age gracefully and pain-free. But what if we told you there's an even smaller fruit, often praised for its antioxidants, that could silently interfere with your body's healing, especially when mixed with eggs? You might be eating it without a second thought. Let's look closer. 6. Cherries. Cherries, those little ruby red jewels, often feel like nature's candy. They're sweet, tart, and carry a reputation for being full of antioxidants and anti-inflammatory benefits. For many seniors, cherries are not only a treat, but also a part of their wellness routine, said to help with sleep and joint pain. But like many things in life, timing and combination matter. And when cherries are eaten alongside eggs, the very fruit you believed was helping you might be doing the opposite. Cherries are naturally acidic and rich in fiber, both of which can be healthy when digested properly. However, when cherries meet the dense protein structure of eggs in the digestive tract, a problem begins. The acids in cherries can delay the breakdown of protein, while the fiber slows overall digestion. This causes food to sit longer in your stomach, fermenting producing excess gas, and generating low-grade inflammation. For a younger person, the body might compensate quickly, but for seniors with slower metabolism, weakened digestion, or compromised circulation, the effects can be far more noticeable and far more damaging. What you may experience is subtle at first: a bit more stiffness in the morning, a tightness in your legs after walking, or an overall sense of sluggishness that lingers longer than it should. But over time, this quiet inflammation builds, reaching into your knees, hips, or feet. And suddenly, something as innocent as your breakfast could be contributing to the very pain you're trying to manage. The tragedy here is not the fruit itself, but the combination. Cherries can be part of a healthy lifestyle, just not when eaten with eggs. Separating them might be the simple shift that brings you unexpected relief. And yet, one more fruit remains: small, green, and praised for its powerful vitamins. But when mixed with eggs, it could be the most gut-irritating of them all. You may be surprised by how often it appears on breakfast tables. Let's uncover it now. 7. Kiwis. Kiwis are often called a superfruit, packed with vitamin C, potassium, and antioxidants. Their vibrant green flesh and refreshing tang make them a popular choice among health-conscious seniors. Many older adults reach for kiwis as a morning boost, a natural aid for digestion, or simply a light, healthy treat. But few realize that when paired with eggs, this little fruit can quietly stir up more harm than healing. The truth lies in the kiwi's high acidity and potent enzyme content. While these elements can be beneficial on their own, helping with nutrient absorption and bowel regularity, they become disruptive when combined with the protein-dense, slower digesting nature of eggs. This clash in the stomach leads to a kind of internal tug-of-war. Eggs need time in a stable environment to digest, while kiwis push the system into overdrive, forcing acidity and enzyme activity before the body is ready. The result? Gut irritation, acid reflux, and silent inflammation that may not be obvious at first, but gradually weakens the body's comfort and strength. For seniors with sensitive digestion, irritable bowels, or lingering joint pain, this seemingly healthy combination can intensify symptoms. You might feel more bloated, notice a sharp or burning sensation after eating, or experience a heaviness in the legs that comes on slowly through the day. It's the kind of discomfort that's easy to blame on age, but in truth, it's often a preventable consequence of incompatible foods. What makes this so difficult is that both eggs and kiwis are considered healthy. But health isn't just about what we eat, it's about how we eat it. And for older adults, food combinations matter more than ever. So if you've been mixing kiwi and eggs into the same meal, it may be time to reconsider. Not just to feel better now, but to protect your long-term energy, digestion, and mobility. And now that you've discovered these surprising truths about fruit and eggs, the next question is just as important. What should you eat to reduce inflammation, support your joints, and truly feel your best after 60? Let's explore that next. What should seniors do instead? As we age, every bite we take becomes more meaningful. Our bodies, wiser but more sensitive, no longer process food with the same ease they once did. What nourished us in our youth may now quietly burden us. But this isn't a reason for fear. It's an invitation to be more intentional, more loving toward the body that has carried us through decades of living. So when it comes to meals like breakfast, especially for seniors, the goal isn't just to eat healthy. It's to eat wisely. Rather than pairing eggs with acidic or sugary fruits, seniors should focus on gentle, harmonious combinations that work with the body, not against it. Eggs, on their own, are rich in protein and essential nutrients that support muscle strength, brain function, and energy, especially important after 60. When paired thoughtfully with soft vegetables like spinach, zucchini, mushrooms, or even a slice of avocado, eggs digest more easily and help reduce inflammation rather than stir it up. These foods don't just nourish the stomach, they support the joints, ease the burden on the liver and kidneys, and give seniors the sustained energy needed to move through the day with clarity and comfort. It's also wise to let fruit stand on its own, eaten at a different time of day, or at least 30 to 60 minutes before or after a protein-rich meal. This small adjustment gives the digestive system time to work properly, preventing fermentation, bloating, and pain. In doing so, your body gets the best of both worlds, the brightness of fruit and the strength of protein, without the internal conflict. Making this shift doesn't require giving up what you love. It just means giving your body the rhythm it now needs. And sometimes that single act of mindfulness at the breakfast table can ripple out into days of better movement, clearer thinking, and quieter joints. But even beyond food combinations, there's something deeper that affects how we age: the emotional and spiritual care we give ourselves. Let's take a step in that direction next. Final thought: you deserve to feel better. Growing older is a gift, a rare and beautiful privilege that not everyone receives. With it comes wisdom, memories, perspective, and a deeper appreciation for life's simplest moments. But along with the gifts, aging often brings discomforts we didn't ask for: aching joints, fatigue, stiffness in the legs, or a sense that our body just isn't responding the way it used to. For many seniors, these symptoms are accepted as normal. We tell ourselves, that's just how it is at my age. But what if some of that pain isn't aging? What if it's something we can change? In my own experience, I've learned that healing doesn't always come in the form of medicine. Sometimes it comes in the quiet choices we make each day: how we rest, how we move, how we connect with others, and yes, how we nourish our bodies. I've watched friends and loved ones suffer from chronic inflammation, leg pain, and fatigue, all while eating what they believed were healthy meals. I've made those mistakes myself, pairing eggs with fruit, unaware of the silent battle happening inside my body. When I made a small change, separating those foods, listening more closely to how I felt after eating, something shifted. The pain lessened, the fog lifted. I felt more like myself again. This is why I believe so strongly in the power of awareness. Our bodies speak to us every day, through energy, through pain, through comfort or discomfort, and it's up to us to listen. You don't need to become a nutritionist to improve your health. You just need to stay curious, stay open, and be willing to make small changes that honor the body you live in. After all, you've carried it through decades of work, family, love, and loss. It deserves your attention. It deserves your kindness. So no, aging doesn't mean surrendering to suffering. It means leaning into your experience with more compassion and care than ever before. It means asking yourself not just what you're eating, but how it makes you feel. It means refusing to accept pain as your new normal when something as simple as a food pairing might be the cause. You are not too old to feel better. You are not too late to change. And your body, even now, is capable of healing, one thoughtful choice at a time. Let that choice begin with your next meal. These lessons are meant to inspire you to live fully and authentically. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Take a moment to reflect and share one thing you've learned and plan to apply in your own life. Let's support each other on this journey toward embracing these truths. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment with 1. If not, feel free to comment with 0. Your feedback means a lot to us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and here's to living life on your own terms.